What's going on, everybody? I'm Jeff St. Pierre, and this is episode 148 of the Adult Education Podcast. Today, I guess we can call it a reintroduction. I am reintroducing myself to all of you as we relaunch this podcast. So yeah, it's been a while. How have you been? Is life good? I mean, I have to admit that I never intended on taking a break from this podcast. I took a week off, and that kind of turned into a second week, and then, well, you know how that goes. So why did I stop making the podcast? Honestly, life just got too crazy. I had a few things change with my day job that ended up taking up a little bit more of my time. I don't make money off this show. Like, it's something that I do for fun, and it kind of stopped being fun. It started feeling more like work, and I was like, oh, wait. I don't need another job, especially a job that I don't get paid for. So I thought, I think I should step away for a little bit. And then summer rolled in, right? Then summer rolls in, and I really just wanted to focus on spending time with my family, my wife, and my daughter. And then I don't know, I kind of found myself in a funk and couldn't get the podcast going again. I actually got to a point where I thought I had made my last episode of this show, but then just out of curiosity, towards the end of 2024, I ran my Spotify Wrapped for the show, and I saw that even though I published my least amount of episodes in 2024, you all listened a lot more. Like, I gained an audience last year despite posting less content. The audience for this podcast grew by a large amount, and seeing that inspired me. In fact, I was just looking at the numbers again, and last week I had an increase in listeners. I was like, I didn't even post anything last week. So people are finding this podcast. They seem to be enjoying it, and they're sticking around. So that was my inspiration to come back into it. I thought all of you would have forgotten about me by now, since it's been months of no new episodes, but it's been quite the opposite, and that has inspired me to get back into it. I did get another gift at the end of 2024. I mean, I guess sort of a gift. Things at my day job have shifted considerably, and now I find myself with a little bit more time during the day to have new conversations and record interviews to share with you all. So here I am, ready to kickstart the Adult Education Podcast once again. Now, if for some reason this is the first time you are listening to this show, I'd like to start with a thank you and a welcome to the family. I appreciate you sharing some of your day with me so we can have these conversations. I started this podcast at the beginning of 2020 with a goal of having in-depth conversations with trainers, doctors, and other members from the health and wellness community. I was trying to get myself back on track and get healthy. Or I guess I should say, what was the wellness community 5 years ago? Because boy, things have changed. About a year or so into the show, as the pandemic took hold of all of our lives, I started to realize that I didn't want to be associated with the wellness community anymore. It had just gone down a terrible rabbit hole, in my opinion. What had once been a group of people really trying to help people feel better and be their best selves turned into a large group of grifters saying anything they could to make money. And sadly, that seems to have continued into today. And I'm going on a tangent here, but it's just to get to this point where I say I changed the name of the show to the Adult Education Podcast because I thought it fit my overall goal. What I really hope to accomplish with this show is to have interesting conversations with people that can teach us something. I crave knowledge all the time. I yearn to know more about this world, and I want to learn as much as I can with my time on this planet. Selfishly, I like being able to speak with people from all walks of life. I think these connections are so important. I actually still speak occasionally with some former guests from this show. I feel like I have developed a connection because of this show. So starting next week, I'm going to have some brand new episodes of the Adult Education Podcast for you. I am so excited for this opportunity, and I hope that you can hear it in my voice. Ever since I did that Spotify Wrapped about a month and a half ago and saw that people were still listening to this show, I've been really ready for this, and I've been inspired. So thank you to all of you for listening at any point to any episode. Like I said, I make no money off of this. I do it purely because I enjoy it. It is a fun thing for me, and it makes me so happy to know that you also enjoy these conversations. So again, next week, brand new episodes of the Adult Education Podcast. I already have a few great conversations lined up that I think you are going to love and you're going to enjoy. For now, you can check out some older episodes. You can follow me on Instagram at Adult Education Podcast. That's where I'm going to post that new episodes are ready. And also follow the show, subscribe to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, wherever you are listening to this podcast. Subscribe, leave a comment, 5 stars, whatever you can. And we're going to have some fun together. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you again for still being here, and take care.